GMGP, good morning, good people. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all decided to wake up with us. You're sick. You're sick in the head. There's a lot of fantasy football shows out there, but I promise y'all, they not like us. Brock Bowers, you looked a little quicker than fast. What does that even mean? Redraft, Dynasty, best ball, high stakes, we got you covered. And that's MVS and Justin Watson with some of the dopest tools designed to help you cancel out the noise and dominate your leagues. If there's a white wide receiver named Antoine, sign me up. Maybe it's cultural. I don't know. In season or off season, rain, sleet, hail, and snow, comma, semicolon, period, next sentence, to bring you the most actionable and entertaining content on YouTube. You don't go buy the dip on the Titanic.
Quarterback that you love, D-Bro. One of the best values in fantasy football.
Prop bets with my man JRich.
Is that yes! Let's go!
So wipe the crust out of your eye, get you a cup of coffee. It's time to wake y'all asses up. We're Ray
and Jay
in the morning.
My God.
How good is
Dude.
he? How good is he? Let's get it, GMGP. It is Friday, June 27th, 2025, and y'all beautiful, fine people decided to wake y'all asses up with myself and my brother from another mother. Y'all know it is the Canadian, the double/triple/quadruple down king himself, Jordan Richard. You can find him at your boy JRich. This is Wake Up with Ray and Jay every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the channel. And the people are in the building this morning. JRich, I gotta shout out to Travis, man. Travis said, GMGP, on my way to the Gulf Shores for vacation. Baby, there we go. Got the earbud in the left ear while the wife takes care of the kids. Much love. Enjoy. Have a good time with the family. And we appreciate you being here, even though you are on your way to vacation. Jason is in the building. What's popping with you, Jason? GMGP to you. I saw another one in here, JRich. It was calling you out, man. Jacob.
Calling me out?
Yeah. I'm just here, man. Jacob said JRich is gonna have some crazy ass claim today. Just calling it. I mean.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Just say, Jay. You just spread the news, right? You're not out here. You know. Jorge from Rhode Island is in the building. I don't know what he is on right now, but he's talking about we got to get a Monsters Ball reference sneaked into the news today. Jay, have you ever seen Monsters Ball? I'm just asking. Have you seen Billy Bob Thornton?
Very out of the loop
Make me feel good. You never saw it?
It's all you, buddy.
All right, just look it up whenever you get a little time. Billy Bob Thornton, Halle Berry, Monsters Ball. Just do a little Google search of that. You'll probably do it later. Do it later on the night. You'll probably like that, JRich. We got a lot of people in the building, though. I see Alan Davis. We got Craig in the building. Scribbles, Jimbo. Hit the under. Let's freaking go. JRich, I got to go get my coffee, so I'm going to kick it to you real quick. How are you, my friend? Talk to the people.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I hope the people are having fun. We should have a fun show today. Not a whole lot going on, but as always, there's always fun things to talk about. So make sure you get your questions in the chat because I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to answer them. I know Ray wants to go through the top 100. I'm curious who you guys think the top player is going to be this year because I think there's a couple candidates, and especially with how the MVP voting went down, I do think there will be a ceremonial MVP for a certain player, potentially. I'm not going to say any names here. We'll get into that a little bit later. But I'm excited, Ray. It should be a good show, fun show. Friday's always good. Happy the people are here. Hoping the people are having a good day. And we'll make it even better.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's got a lot to get to. You told him we're going to go through the top 100. You said we're going to go through top. Did you tell him?
Yeah, I was telling you want to go through top 100.
No, we're not gonna do it yet. We got news. We got to hit. We got news that we got to hit first. So let's go ahead and get into it. Straight facts with JRich. Let's go.
The biggest news in the world of sports, covered and brought to you by one man, Jordan Richards. This is Straight Facts.
So because, of course, this is an NFL show, we're going to kick it off with the NBA
Let's
draft.
go!
My
Mavericks.
No surprise, your Mavs got it done. They did the right thing, drafted Cooper Flagg first overall. They also locked up Kyrie Irving, Ray, to a 3-year, $119 million pay cut extension for the next 3 seasons because he did have a $43 million option. They did draft Cooper Flagg first overall. The Mavs retooling, Ray, looking good. Can this potentially make up for what happened in the loss of Luka Doncic? I can't answer that question, but
did you hear Nico Harrison
on the right path?
Did you hear Nico
I did not tune into what Nico had to say.
At the presser, the reporter said, is this going to hopefully take the public pressure off of you? And he's like, I sure hope so. I hope now I can go back and do my job. But yeah, Nico Harrison is feeling good today with Cooper Flagg, as is the city of Dallas.
Yeah, if I traded my best player, a superstar, and the NBA rigged the lottery for me, I'd be feeling pretty good as well.
Stop it. Well, there's no rigging going on. It was a fair,
that's right.
honest lottery. Come on, dude.
Yes.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
Just like with Cleveland and New Orleans. Yeah, very fair, very honest. But someone who's not fair and honest is Justin Tucker, and he was suspended for 10 games for conduct detrimental to the league. Easily our favorite policy in the NFL CBA. He was doing some unsavory things at massage parlors and got caught. Just watch where you go get your massages and when you do those things. But Tucker, Ray, do you think he's going to be back in the league this season? Interesting question.
Swift NFL justice for old Justin Tucker.
Yeah, a little bit different when you're a kicker, right? Pretty easy. The Ravens released him. They gave him the 10-game suspension. And he'll be on his way. And especially, honestly, the way he's been playing recently.
Yeah, he wasn't kicking well.
He was
not kicking well. He was too busy doing other stuff he had no business doing. But yeah, Tucker is gone for 10
much
games.
like Deshaun Watson. Once shit hit the fan, he lost his powers, unfortunately for him. You can say the same about Tiger Woods.
What's next?
We do have to get to some good news because we did see extensions for both Tampa Bay Buccaneers head coach Todd Bowles and GM Jason Light. So with the turnaround since the Todd Bowles era began, obviously they've won 3 straight division championships, so that's been great for Tampa, and especially the resurgence of Baker Mayfield and how high level he's been playing. I think the Bucs are in a really good place right now. The talent they developed, especially on the defensive end throughout the past few seasons, has been very good. So credit to them. Happy for them to get those extensions. Todd Bowles has been a coach that we weren't so sure he would last, but definitely will be there for the foreseeable future. We also, of course, have to move over to another team in the NFC South.
Your squad, single box for you, for your boy Tyler Shough.
Because Tyler Shough is going to be the starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints, and he had some interesting comments over the past few days. He's talked about how
kind of looks like Trevor
Sikkema
a little bit. Looks like Trevor Sikkema from PFF slightly.
What, with the helmet on where you can't see the hair, can hardly see his face. But he was talking about just the ups and downs of being a rookie in the NFL, talking about how he's older, but he's ready for anything. He's ready for the challenge, and most importantly, he's humbled and ready to get to work. He was told by actually head coach Kellen Moore that Derek Carr was going to retire ahead of time, so he's prepared for that. And more importantly, he understands it's going to be a tough year, but he's excited about the opportunity, and he's not worried about a potential poor start as a rookie. He understands he has to earn the respect of his teammates. And I think it's just a good thing as a leader, right, in the clubhouse. This is a team that has been struggling for leadership since they lost Drew Brees. They have a lot of vets on the defensive side, but they've kind of been outside of Kamara trying to find that guy offensively. Maybe Shough can be that, and of course, I'm a believer because I want to see those finger guns on Sunday. Another player that I believe in, Ray, and I'm buying into these comments.
Oh, hold on, Matt. Stop.
Let me get to the comments.
You need to stop. You need to stop. Another player you believe in. Cut it out, JRich. But go get into it.
Let me get into the. Well, okay. Let's get into.
I bet he
Ravens,
doesn't catch
then,
20
Ray.
passes this season, and you believe in him.
You want to make a bet on 20 passes?
Say the name of the player, and then we'll make the bet. We will make a bet. He doesn't catch over 25 passes this year.
See, you already upped it because you're getting
because
nervous.
you want to make the bet, so I got to handicap it. 25 over under 25 receptions.
So, of course, we're getting to Ray's Ravens, and it is none other than second-year wide receiver Tez Walker. Every day, all he does is show up and go 100 miles an hour. Coach John Harbaugh said at the conclusion of minicamp, he's got a chance to be really good. And then Tez Walker's comments from minicamp was, last year early on, I felt like I wasn't able to play fast. And of course, he's a very fast receiver. I was wondering what was going on. I wasn't sure. And now going into this season, I'm much more confident understanding where I need to be, where I'm going to be lined up, and I can play as fast as possible. When you're a team like the Baltimore Ravens and you don't have good receivers, you sign Rashad Bateman to a bad deal.
You've got
a decent receiver in Zay Flowers, and you had to go pay DeAndre Hopkins because you're that confident in your wide receiver room. And of course, we all know the story. Lamar Jackson needs more weapons so he can beat the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs. But Tez Walker is a player that actually can make a difference for this team. And Ray, if you recall, just 2 seasons ago, Nelson Agholor made an impact for those Baltimore Ravens, stretching the field offensively. And maybe Tez Walker can have a similar impact. You set the line at 25 catches after you were quickly caught off guard by me willing to take your offer at 20 catches. We will settle at 22 and a half, and I will take the over.
And I will take the under. And Nelson Agholor didn't do shit. He had 35 catches for 81 yards. And then the year after that, he had 14 grabs. So he didn't do anything.
You think that 32 catches for, did you say 800 yards?
381 yards.
Okay.
Not 800
But he still
yards.
got over 22 and a half receptions, right?
Well, this is an awful bet. 22 and a half. I'm slamming the under. What are we betting? Case of Topo?
Sure.
Cool. Lock it in. First bet is 25. Of all the players you want to go, like, put money down on, you want to put money down on Tez Walker. Okay.
Yeah. I like Tez Walker.
What did he tell you? Who did he say his play style was like when we talked to him at the Senior Bowl a couple years ago?
He said he wants to play like AJ Green. And I think the way that he plays, that could work for him. Mostly down the field, post routes, fly routes. Don't ask him to do too much underneath.
Just go to
but
the
he can
next
open
time.
things
We've
up
spent
for
5
Zay
minutes
Flowers.
on Tez Walker. What's next?
Because Tez Walker's a good player. Well, you want to talk about injuries.
I just said bring it
across
up.
Sports.
Bring it up.
Griffin Canning, the starter for the New York Mets, tore his Achilles just, I think it was 2 days ago now when this ended up happening. It's just interesting because it wasn't a play where he was even throwing a pitch or anything. It was actually stepping off the mound, but the mound is kind of a weird shape, and injuries do happen on the mound every so often. So it was kind of interesting, another Achilles injury popping up. I'm much more outraged, honestly, Ray, over the NL All-Star voting because it was absolutely outrageous. For anyone who actually cares about baseball's All-Star game, Ray, I don't know if you saw this. The Dodgers have their entire roster as finalists for the All-Star game. Max Muncy is arguably as bad at third base as Rafael Devers, and somehow he is potentially going to be on the All-Star team. You have Teoscar Hernandez and Andy Pages both in the outfield, and James Wood somehow did not make it despite having more home runs, more RBIs, and I believe hitting for a very similar average. It is ridiculous that MLB is letting this happen. I don't care if they're the best team in baseball. You cannot have your entire roster as finalists for the All-Star game. That is not an All-Star game. That is just the All-Star Dodgers, and that is absurd. Get James Wood on the All-Star team now because he is easily a top 20 hitter in the NL, and he needs to be on the All-Star team.
I don't know why you're upset about my Dodgers. Like, we're a good team. We got a good squad, great players, great team.
If you can name their entire outfield, like their entire team, from catcher all the way through to the outfield, I will give you $100 right now.
What does that have to do with anything? What's that have to do with the All-Star vote?
Well, you're claiming that they're your Dodgers.
They are. I've always
that.
liked them. Have I wavered from that on this show one time? Have I?
Well, you claim to be a Ranger. I thought you were a Rangers fan. At least when they're good. When the Rangers are good, then you're a Rangers fan. Yeah.
Okay. I like both. I like two teams, just like I like the Raiders and I like the Cowboys. Can I not have two teams?
I never said that. I simply asked if you could name all the players that were voted to the
Can you
All-Star
name
game.
all the players on the Saints?
Which players you asking me to name? I could probably name a decent
Name
amount.
4 wide receivers on the Saints. You pump them up so much. Name 4.
So we got Shaheed, we got Olave, and then it gets real.
And then you can't name anyone else.
It's real dicey.
So get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here with your brain buster.
Jawan Johnson's a wide receiver.
He's a damn tight end, and you know he's a tight end. Get out of here. All right.
But,
Any more? Then Brett, yes, Jay. Get him, Jay. They love when you get me. They love when you get me, JRich. Good job. Is that it? Is that all from the news from
that's it.
Jason knows. You know Ray's got several teams. Come on, baby. Come on, man. Ray didn't even try to name one player. I know at least 5.
Can you name the MVPs? There's 3 MVP. Well, yeah, there's 3 MVPs on the
Ohtani, Betts, Freeman.
There you go. Good job, Ray.
Get the hell out of here. You think I don't know?
Did Kershaw win an MVP? Maybe.
He won a Cy Young.
Did you know that his next start he's gonna hit 3,000 Ks?
Yeah, man.
He's only 3 away.
Good dude.
Crazy.
Good dude. All right. Everyone, Friday fighting. Hell yeah, Jordan. Hell yeah. Brandon Cooks is back on your Saints. You didn't even know that. Brandon Cooks is back. They brought him back.
I forgot they brought him back.
And it's Brandon. It's Brandon with an I. It's Brandon with an I. Cooks.
He's got to get those unique spellings in. It's very interesting.
Dennis says Ray wears a lot of hats. I got all 32 NFL teams. I can put any one of them on at any given time. All right, Jay. I was looking around. Friday shows. Thank you, Adam. Said get off my man Ray G. Appreciate it, man. We try to have fun on Fridays, Jay, and for me, nothing signifies like the start of a new calendar NFL season like the top 100. I love watching the highlights of the top 100 players voted on by their peers, and that exercise actually starts from this past season on Monday. So on Monday, June 30th, NFL's top 100 begins. They start to do the countdown, top 100 players in the league. I thought it would be fun, Jay, to go back and look at the top 100 players going into this season as voted on by the peers, see who's fallen off, ascended, and just talk through where these players might land like in this year's list, but more importantly, what we're doing with them for fantasy football, because there's a lot of guys at the top of this list that seem to have fallen off of the pantheon of value in fantasy football. So you want to go through this? Yeah, Styley said the top 100 is dope. And then it just gives us a fun time to talk through all these damn players, what we're thinking about the quarterbacks, the running backs. I need to close the window. The light is on GQ's face. But let's talk about it, man. I want to get into players. I love talking the NFL. We love talking football. Let's pull up top 10 players from last season, Jay. Who do we got at number 10 right there? You see that, Mad Max?
Ooh, Max Crosby at number 10. He could easily be in the top 10 this season. The faller, though, oh my God, Ray, where the hell are they going to have Travis Kelce, who they have at 9 last season for this year?
So, yeah, let me give you the top 10 from last year, voted on by the players. You have Max Crosby at 10, Travis Kelce at 9, TJ Watt at 8, Big Trent Williams at 7, Chris Jones at 6, and then your top 5 players last year, Jay, Myles Garrett, going into last season.
2024, yeah.
Yep. Myles Garrett, Patrick Mahomes, Christian McCaffrey, Lamar Jackson, and Tyreek Hill. Those were the top 10 players going into the 2024 season. What are your thoughts about, let's just start at the top. Tyreek, Lamar, Christian McCaffrey. Lamar's going to be inside the top 3 again. No doubt about it. Lamar's going to be inside the top 3 again, because a lot of people think he should have won NFL MVP. Tyreek Hill, Christian McCaffrey, the two obvious fallers, right? Those two are tumbling outside of the top 10, correct?
Yeah, well, I think the question is Christian McCaffrey in the top 50 going into 2025? I think Tyreek Hill will be, but Christian McCaffrey could be like way outside the top 20. I'm not going to say he's not going to be in the top 100, but if he wasn't in the top 100, would you be upset?
He needs to. He's a top 100 player. I know he got hurt. I know he didn't play. He's going to make the list. He's going to make the top 100 list. I think he should. I really do. I know he was. I'm not going to.
It's hard, right?
It's
because
hard.
There's a lot of good running backs in the league right now.
Yes.
And we expect McCaffrey to be good. And the same can be made for Tyreek Hill. Like, I'm not trying to say that he should be behind these players, but like, even Ladd McConkey was better than Tyreek Hill last season.
Where does Tyreek Hill fall? No one wants him in fan. It feels like people are out. Like, I don't want to deal with Tyreek. It was a rough, and this was 1 year removed from him damn near going for 2,000 yards, being voted the number 1 player in the NFL. He's going to see a steep fall. I think he's going to see a steep fall. Let's talk through Mahomes real quick, Jay. Myles Garrett's still going to be in the top 10. Myles Garrett's going to be a top 10 player this year. I think Chris Jones is also going to be a top 10 player. Will Patrick Mahomes, who was number 4 coming into this season, be top 10?
I think the question that I don't know the answer to, Ray, is he a top 4 quarterback in the NFL top 100?
And you got to think, it's following this season, right? It's after like the season that just completed. Allen is there. Lamar is there for sure.
It's not fantasy, though, right? So Allen will be there. Lamar will be there. Hurts will be there. Is Mahomes the 4th because he still made it to the Super Bowl? Yes, his stats weren't crazy, but he still made it to the Super Bowl, and they had a really, really good season as a team. I think Mahomes probably falls to like 9 or 10.
I think he's still in the 10, too.
it'd be hard for me to see him being ahead of Hurts. I think Hurts beat him. I think Hurts had a better season. Is he better than him in 25? That's an interesting question, but I think the players are going to be I think they're going to be more partial to Hurts than to Mahomes this season.
I think the players are going to be very partial to Joe Burrow as well. I saw Joe Burrow
that's another
in the
one.
Chat. Joe Burrow should be in the top 10, and Scribble
that's why
said
I
it.
said 4. Because if
Scribble said
Mahomes isn't ahead of Burrow, he's not going to be in the top 4.
The market does not want Tyreek Hill. The fantasy football market and Tyreek Hill are not in lockstep this year. Jay, I want to get to some other tiers of here. Chris Jones, Trent Williams, TJ Watt.
TJ Watt and Trent Williams ain't going to be in the top 15.
I don't think
15
Trent or
probably.
I agree. Trent, TJ will fall. Kelce is falling.
He ain't in the top 30.
No.
He may not even be in the top 50.
No. Kelce, no, he'll be in the top 50, but he will not be in the top 10. He'll be in the top 50, Jay. He'll be in the top 50.
Where do you think he ranks among tight ends, though?
Following his season of play,
I couldn't see him being higher than, what, 3rd?
He's going to be behind McBride.
Oh, and I was thinking behind Bowers and behind Kittle for sure.
I think Kittle and McBride and Bowers are probably going to be ahead of him.
Bowers was too good. Even for a rookie, they'll probably put him pretty high.
Even for a rookie. Let's move to 20 through 11, Jay. Just go through, and you kind of touched on it. So here are some players going into the season. You had C.J. Stroud at 20.
Oof.
Stroud at 20. Roquan Smith, 19th. Justin Jefferson, 18th. Micah Parsons at 17. Dak Prescott, 16th. Jalen Hurts was top 15. George Kittle at 14. CeeDee Lamb at 13. Josh Allen at 12. Fred Warner at 11. Allen is moving up. No doubt about it.
Yeah, he's moving up.
Allen's number 1. He's going to be number 1 or number 2. He's going to be 1 or 2.
Is anyone else moving up, though? Like, Lamb's probably not moving up. Dak's definitely not moving up. Kittle higher than 14 feels bold. Hurts will move up.
Hurts will move up.
What do you think about Micah? I think he might fall.
I think he's in this. I think he's going to be in this 11 to 20 range again. I think he's going to be right here. I think he'll be right here. Jefferson at 18. So this is our first wide receiver, which whether you want to say he falls or rises, Jamar Chase is going to be ranked ahead of him. Well, the first wide receiver is CeeDee Lamb. It's CeeDee Lamb as wide receiver 1 is voted on by the peers. That will be Jamar Chase this year. Jamar Chase will be the top wide receiver, or should be the top wide receiver as voted on by the peers. CJ Stroud is falling out of the top 20, right, Jay? Like, there's no doubt.
I think he's falling out of the top 50. There's a lot of quarterbacks better than CJ Stroud. Yeah. Like, do you think they penalized him for the season he had last year? Like, I mean, I think a great question, Ray, is like, where would you put a quarterback like Bo Nix? We know that Daniels will be ahead of him. We know that Herbert probably will be ahead of him going into this list, right? But even a quarterback like Nix could maybe, again, feels unlikely, but maybe he could be ahead of a CJ Stroud going into this 2025 list. I think there's a lot of quarterbacks that can make a case because while he's a good quarterback, he really struggled last year.
Scribble said there aren't 17 players better than Justin Jefferson.
Statistically, he's not having crazy seasons. He's just very, very good. Like, he's a very, very good receiver.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, that's because we value wide receiver. Like, no one's going to value Fred Warner, but Fred Warner is
Anthony
one of the best
just
players
said
in the league.
Stroud may not make the list. I mean, he was bad last year. I mean, he was not good.
It feels harsh. But
that feels harsh. That does feel a little harsh for Stroud.
I mean, do you want to play a game, Ray, with CJ Stroud?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So if we're going down the list, we'll go down the list pretty easy. I just pull up Keep Trade Cut to make it easy for me.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams or CJ Stroud?
For 2025, right?
Yeah.
Caleb Williams.
Really?
I'll take Caleb. I'm all in Ben Johnson. I'm a sucker for an OC. I like it. And I don't think he was awful last year.
Is this for the list or is this for you going? I was kind of thinking for the list, but if you want to say going forward, that's fine. We can do it that way.
Well, clarify, because I don't want to send mixed signals here.
So do you like Caleb Williams isn't going to make the list?
No,
right?
Hell no, no.
But CJ Stroud probably will.
Yeah.
Drake May's probably not making the list.
No.
But Jordan Love.
For this list, Love or Stroud? I'd give the
That
nod
one's
to
close.
Stroud. I'd give the
Barely.
nod to Stroud. Yeah.
Purdy.
Purdy ahead of Stroud.
Murray. Close.
Not even low. Same tier.
Now, I want to know where you'd peg this player on the top 100 list. Baker Mayfield.
He's ahead of Stroud. Baker should be a top 25 player this year. I don't know where he's at on this list. I have no clue. Baker should be a top 25 player.
And then the other one is Jared Goff.
Top 40?
Jared Goff will probably be a top
40?
40, 30 player. Yeah, he
Top
was
40?
very good last year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And, like Sam Darnold, it's hard to know what they would do with him because he had a great year last year, but obviously he kind of crashed and burned. Matthew Stafford as well had another great season and then still finding room for Jaden Daniels. But it'll be interesting to see what they do with Stroud because Stroud's, again, people like him a lot, but I just don't know if I'm buying in, right? Like you said, you take Caleb Williams over him. You would take Bo Nix over him. You probably would take Jordan Love over him
fantasy.
for
You're talking fantasy football this season. Yeah. I'll take
right.
Yes. Yes.
Stroud
and
versus
everybody
Love
else
this
is
year
taking
is
them
tough.
over him too. Look at the ADP. It ain't just me. Everybody else is taking those guys over CJ Stroud for 2025 fantasy football as well. So I don't think that's a crazy.
How do you feel about JJ McCarthy versus Stroud for 25? Just for 25.
I probably would take Stroud.
Okay. You would take Murray over him probably though, right? Because
For 25, yeah, probably.
You would take Baker over him. Would you take
Yes.
T-Law over him?
Probably. Probably. I probably would. I don't
Goff,
know.
you take him over.
I mean, let's not act like they haven't revamped the whole offensive line. It's a new offensive coordinator change.
Yeah,
we don't know
but
who the
okay,
wide receivers are.
You can't say they revamped the offensive line. They are trying.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what
revamp the offensive.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
They didn't actually make it.
That's what I mean.
Significantly better.
The offensive line is under construction. Is that better? O-line
Yes,
under construction.
that's a
You got
much-
two damn rookie
much
receivers, John Mechie, Christian Kirk. Yes, I
Well, when you're signing a cast-off from the Seahawks, you may be starting a rookie at center who is a UDFA. It's under construction, and we'll see what ultimately happens. How is 30 through 21 looking?
All right, 30 through 21. 30, we've got Deebo Samuel, Khalil Mack, Brock Purdy at 28. So Purdy ain't even that far from Stroud off of last season. Brock Purdy at 28. Nick Bosa, 27. Mike Evans, 26. Jalen Ramsey, 25. Dexter Lawrence, 24. The Sun God, Amon-Ra, 23. Penei Sewell, 22. And A.J. Brown, 21. Where's
A.J.
Jamar?
Brown,
Where the hell is
probably a
Jamar
riser.
Chase at?
He's way up there. Do you think A.J. Brown
No, he
rises?
hasn't been on the screen yet.
Yeah, no, I'm saying he's higher on the list.
Yeah.
He'll be up in the 50s or something.
Okay.
So Sewell will probably rise. Brown, A.J. Brown's interesting. St. Brown could rise though. Lawrence
AJ?
could.
No, AJ's not
AJ
going
probably
up.
stays.
AJ's
But
not
they won the
going up.
Super Bowl though, right? So
They're not
there's-
moving.
There could be some bias there.
I don't think he's moving up, Jay.
The other
I don't
thing we
think-
haven't seen, Ray, that'd be interesting is is there an Eagles offensive lineman that's in the top 30 this year?
You said what?
Like an Eagles offensive lineman in the top 30 this year? Because
Yeah,
Sewell's
absolutely.
at 22,
There'll
right?
be two or three. There'll be two of them. I mean, Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson are going to be top 30.
I think both of them could be, right?
Yes.
And that's interesting. Like Lawrence will probably stay the same or fall a little bit. But
Dexter
everyone
Lawrence.
else, there's
Dexter Lawrence was still fucking good, man. I mean,
yeah, same, he could be in the same spot. Ramsey can fall.
Ramsey's
easily.
going to fall. Mike's going to fall.
Evans probably going to fall. Bosa's definitely going to fall. He was awful.
Bosa's falling.
Purdy, I could see falling a little bit. He had a down season.
Okay.
Not terribly, but Mac's going to fall.
Mac's going
Who's
to
that,
fall.
Debo?
Debo's going to tumble. Debo's going to tumble. Debo is going to tumble down the ranks, Jay. All right,
Yeah.
let's go 40 through 31? 40
Let's do
through
it.
31. Okay, here we go. Tay Adams, Joe Burrow, Sauce Gardner, Quinn Williams at 37, Tua at 36, Josh
Nice.
Allen, the black one from Jacksonville, 35, Jordan Love, 34, Puka
Nice.
Nacua, 33, Quincy Williams, 32, Deron Bland, 31. Okay, Bland is not even going to be in the top 100. Just letting you know right now, he is falling all the way out. He didn't play.
Yeah, he's out.
They're gonna kick him out. This was after he had like 11 interceptions and 10 touchdowns on defense for the Cowboys in 23. Quincy Williams, good player, probably still going to be inside the top 50, 60-ish. Puka Nacua is moving up. I think Puka's moving up. Love moving down.
Fallen.
Love is falling.
I don't know if Josh Allen was that good last year.
I don't know what his stats were last. I'm not even about to
good.
fake the funk. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how he played last year.
Tua's
fallen. Quinn Williams
and Sauce probably fallen.
Sauce wasn't that good last year.
Nah, he's bad.
Burrow's going from 39 to top 10. I think Burrow is in the top 10. I think the respect that he gets from his peers is probably going to be incredibly high. Incredibly high to be dragging that damn Cincinnati team along every step of the way. And then Tay Adams.
I think 40 is a good spot for him,
I think that's a good spot for Adams.
He was pretty good last year.
He had a good season last year. He had a good season. Kevin said Debo tumbles on his routes too. Stop it, Kevin. Stop. Leave Debo alone. Yeah, was Love ahead of Burrow? Love was ahead of Joe Burrow. Dude, the enthusiasm going into 24 around Jordan Love was very high. JRich, people were excited about that Jordan Love going into the season.
We were excited.
You were excited. Real.
To be fair, though, Joe Burrow in 2023 had 2,300 passing yards and 15 touchdowns.
Well, he was hampered. He had the calf injury, remember?
Yeah.
He was hobbled around.
So, what do you expect?
Anthony said Adams should move up. Burrow top 10 lock. Yeah, I'm with you, Scribbles. Burrow's top 10 this year. All right, let's go 40 through 50, then we'll hit a break. Let's go 41 through 50, Jay. 50, we got Rashawn Gary from the Green Bay Packers. Derrick Henry still using a Titans jersey because he had not played this season for the So Derrick Henry's going to be what? He's got to be top 10. He's going to be top 10.
He could be top 10.
He's going to be top 10.
Ray, they can't all be top 10.
We'll give our top 10 predictions on Monday. Henry's going to be top 10.
The problem is we got 4 quarterbacks that are probably top 10 locks.
I think we got 3 top 10 quarterbacks. That's it.
Which is someone's got to get cut, right?
Burrow, Allen, and Lamar will be top 10.
And the other player we haven't mentioned even once, Pat Sertan, could be in the top 10.
Okay, well, let's go. Derrick Henry, 49. Goff, 48. Hutch, 47. Man, it's unfortunate because these two players, Antoine Winfield Jr. and Hutch, were injured last year. There's Jamar at 45. Demario Davis, 44. Kyle Hamilton, 43. Stafford, your boy, 42. And Lane Johnson, 41. Jamar's top 10. Lock.
Got it.
Locked. I mean, it's not even close. He's locked into the top 10. Derrick Henry is going to be in the top 10.
I think I'm going to have him outside my top 10.
No way, dude. No way. No, Jay.
I think I'm gonna have him outside my top 10. I got to think about it.
2,000 yards from scrimmage, he's a top 10 player. You get 2,000 scrimmage yards, you're a top 10 player. You're a top 10 player, dude. You're going to have 2 running backs, a receiver, 3 quarterbacks, and then some other position players. I think that's going to be the top 10. I think that's going to be the top 10.
You got to have some defenders. So how many defenders, can we scroll back up to the top? Sorry to derail a little bit.
Where do you want me to go?
How many defenders were in the top 10 this past season?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 defenders in the top 10.
4. And one was an O-lineman. So that could yeah.
1 O-lineman.
4, though.
And a tight end.
Lane Johnson.
Lane's not going to be in the top 10. Lane's not going to be in the top 10.
Take the tight end out.
Lane's not going to be in the top 10.
There's no tight end.
Lane's not going to be in the top 10. Lane's not going to be in the top 10.
Crosby in the top 10, that's for sure.
Crosby?
I don't think he'll be in the top 10. He could be, but I don't think. If you want to put Derrick Henry in, you can't put Crosby in too.
Daniel said Henry is top 25, not top 10? What?
Like, I could see him being 11, 12, like,
come on, man.
Right there.
Nah, man.
But we'll see.
All right, let's go to break, and we'll run back. We'll go through the last couple when we get back. This is fun. We'll run through the last couple, hit the thumbs up button, like the stream. We'll be right back after the BR intermission. Welcome in, everybody, for another stream over here on Bleacher Report, NFL Daily. You can find JRich and I every single week here on this app.
The moment I say it, they'll say, oh, yuck. And it's got to be Najee Harris, right? It's
That world is in an alternate timeline somewhere in the multiverse. It ain't here on Earth 616 or whatever. It ain't here. JRich and I are on every single Thursday, 7 p.m. Let's get it, baby. This is Wake Up with Ray and Jay every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you pull up. What's up, Jay? What we got?
Oh my God.
What
Ray.
happened, Jay?
Fucking MLSE have split with Masai Ujiri.
Hey, man, you're ruining the get out of here.
Crazy.
What's going on, DD Fantasy Football fans? Y'all know what it is.
What the hell? What is going on,
What
Jay?
are you doing?
What is going on?
You are throwing me off talking about damn MLS. I'm trying to run a promo. We don't care about that.
MLSE, they own the Raptors and the Maple Leafs. I didn't bother to tell you anything more than that, but Masai Ujiri is out as the Raptors vice chairman and president, which is a big deal because he's the whole reason why they're good at all. So, yeah, that sucks, man.
Nobody cares about the Toronto Raptors. Nobody.
Well, no one cares about the Dallas Mavericks either, but we still talk about them every show.
Well, agree to disagree, right? Okay. Next up, let's go down the list. 51 through 60. JRich, we've got, Raheem Mostert.
Yikes.
Yeah. Bobby Wagner will be on the list again. Christian Wilkins will not be on the list. Injured. Very good player, but didn't play. Hurt for the Las Vegas Raiders. Justin Simmons, Jay, safety. Justin Simmons. We've got Diggs on the list at 56. Brian Burns at 55. Jonathan Allen, who is no longer on the Commanders, at 54. Zach Martin. Pour one out for my dog, Zach Martin, who is retired from the NFL. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year, Patrick Sertan II at 52. Old man Keenan Allen, who can still ball, at 51. JRich, to your point, Sertan's got to go. I mean, he won Defensive Player of the Year. He's going to be in the top 10, right? Like, he's there. He's there.
That's my thinking, man. He's probably going to be in the top 10 because he won DPOI.
Oh, man, look at this. Philip James. Philip said, I hit that like button because y'all some cool old heads, JRich. Not old heads. Oh, my.
It's cold, bro.
You know.
I've never felt older than right now.
I know. I feel, damn, old heads. Wow. That's why we got that like. JRich. Man. Brian Burns, 55. Diggs.
See ya.
Did you see that castle he and Cardi B are staying in Europe right now?
No, but Offset putting out some good music, though, so shout out to Offset.
Shout out to Offset. Yeah, Mostert's not going to be on the list, right? Okay. He had a good. But remember,
you put Mostert in like the top 150.
Hey, but remember, he scored. Didn't he score like 20 touchdowns? How many? He was LeGarrette Blount of that season. I mean, he
had a bunch of touchdowns that year.
Yeah, he had a bunch. He had a bunch of TDs. All right, 61 through 70, Jay, and now we're gonna get to some Amari Cooper. Oof.
Yikes.
Cooper Kupp.
What?
Yeah, Cooper Kupp. I mean, going into last season, we were excited. Daniil Hunter should move up the list. He had a good season last year. Terrion Armstead, JRich, I believe he is retired. Retired from the NFL as well. Brandon Ayuk at 66 will not be inside the top 100.
No,
Jordan Poyer at 65. Patrick Queen, 64. Jalen Waddle, 63. Bradley Chubb, 62. And Justin Matabuke, he will rise. He is moving up from 61. Incredible interior defensive lineman.
A lot of fallers, though. Pretty much the whole list.
A lot. Well, Daniil Hunter's going to move up. Amari Cooper and Cooper Kupp.
He could move up, yeah.
Daniil Hunter had a good season. He had a good season, man.
Yeah.
Let's go 71 through 80, and now we're getting into some preference here. Sam Laporta at 80. Minkah Fitzpatrick, 79. Kyron Williams, 78. The NFL sack leader, Trey Hendrickson, at 77. Dre Greenlaw.
Flying up.
Yeah, he's flying up. Greenlaw, 76. Your boy, Justin Herbert, 75. Jesse Bates, 74. Jeffrey Simmons, 73. Garrett Wilson, 72. And Laramie Tunsil, who is now protecting Jaden Daniels, at 71. JRich, we are down to our final 20 players as voted on by the peers going into this past NFL season. We had the Slim Reaper, Devontae Smith at 90, Budda Baker 89, Chris Lindstrom 88, Hassan Reddick 87, Saquon Barkley 86th overall, JRich. Where is Saquon going to land? Damn near didn't make the list. Where's he going to be at?
I don't know whether I have him at 1 or 2, but he'll be in my top 2.
So, okay. 1 or 2. So that means one of Allen or Lamar will not be top 2.
I think that's how it's going to shake out for me, yeah. I think it's hard to argue that Saquon was the best player in the NFL last year, unless you want to give it to Lamar. But I don't think the players are going to give it to Allen personally. I just don't think they're
You
gonna
don't think
do it.
so?
No. It's just that black bias, It's a black league. Got to vie for that black quarterback.
Bias.
You know what I'm saying?
Saquon 86, Tristan Wirfs 85, DK 84, Derwin James 83, Montez Sweat 82, Kirk Cousins 81. He will not be in the top 100. Kirk Cousins will fall out of the top 100. I think
it's funny. I actually have no issue
Saquon
with a lot
two.
of the 70s and 80s.
I think Saquon will be 2.
Because you're putting your boy at 1.
They're putting Lamar at 1. They're going to put Lamar at 1. They're going to put Lamar at 1. They're going to put Lamar at 1.
This is just what's going to happen.
They're going to put Lamar at 1.
Everyone loves Lamar. They're going to put him at number 1.
They're going to put Lamar at 1. I agree. And I don't know, man.
Saquon could be 1. But
I think you can make the case for any of the 3. I think it's going to be Lamar, though. I think they're going to vote Lamar.
I wish we could see the voting, because I honestly don't think Josh Allen would even be close to being 1 compared to Saquon and Lamar. I don't even think it would be that close. I think most votes would go to Saquon and to Lamar.
All right, let's go down to the last 10. We've got
Aaron Rodgers.
We've got Reek Woolen at 91, Tyreek Woolen, Aaron Rodgers 92, Harrison Smith 93, T-Law 94. He will fall out.
Do you think he'll be a top 100?
No.
Probably not.
No. Julian Love, 95. Deion Dawkins, 96. Really? For Deion Dawkins, he's one of the better left tackles in the NFL. Terry McLaurin, 97. He'll rise up. Cam Hayward, the ceremonial veteran D tackle at 98. Levante David, 99, who wasn't he on the all-quarter century team? Levante David?
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, over P. Will. And Zaire Franklin, 100. JRich, those were your top 100 players going into this past NFL season as voted upon by the NFL players. And we decided to go through this list just to look at who fell the hell off last year versus who rose, in anticipation for the new list that is dropping. It starts and begins on Monday. Top 100 players of 2025 as voted on by the players. This will start on Monday. Anybody on this bottom row that's going to move up besides McLaurin, he'll move up for sure. He's going to move up after being second-team All-Pro this year. Yeah,
I can't see anyone else that is at least striking to me as going to go up significantly. It's really just who's going to be in, right? And all the rookies that we have from this past season that are probably going to be in the top 100 because they're just so damn good. Yeah, you're gonna get a bunch of rookies in the top 100 for real. And shout out to Jimbo. Jimbo is saying our age bracket, JRich, you're still in the YN age bracket, I believe. You're still in the YN age bracket. That's 25. That's 14 to 24. Oh, I mean, you're big. YNs be you're in big bro status. You're big bro. I'm Unc. Yes. I'm far from OG. I've got a long way before I get to OG status, and damn sure I got a long way before I get to old head status. I'm between the 35 to 45 range, Jay. You're there too, right? You're in big bro range. We're both in big bro. Wait, YNs. You aren't in big bro range, are you? I'm in Unc range. Shit. Yeah, you're in Unc range. You're in big bro, right? You ain't been in big bro range for a while. You ain't a YN? You too? No. My YN days are long over, thank goodness. My YN days are very much over. I'm not a YN anymore, but you can call me Unc. But all right, Jay, let's go to the chat. People. If you don't know what that means, Google it. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Let's go to the chat, see what the people are talking about. Carter and Verse are gonna be in, Stanley, no doubt. Jalen Carter, Jared Verse. Jalen Carter, I don't think he's gonna crack top 10, but I think he and Verse will comfortably be inside like the top 25. Verse will probably be in the top like 30, I think. Yeah, I was gonna say people top 25. Like Verse a lot.
I was going to say top 25, top 30. I could say that. Damn, Ray, 45 plus. No! OGQ, I'm not in my 40s, baby. I still got a couple of years before I hit 4-0. Come
37?
on. 38. I'm 38. 38 right now. Where you at, Jay?
32.
I don't look it, though. Water, that's proper hydration and nutrition. The workout regimen is on point, JRich. The athletic genes are still there. Yeah, Verse is awesome. What do we have right here?
I think Fisk could make it too. Fisk is great.
I don't think he's going to make the top 100. Most accurate tier put out on this year, as far as I think D-Law from 3D is talking about the age brackets for the descriptors for our ages, Jay. I had some comments favorited. This one here from Matthew. Let's switch the script real quick. And I'm gonna kick this one to you, man. This show's for the people. What's your ideal Dynasty format, JRich?
I think just Superflex best ball. Don't really care for tight end premium.
Really? You're not a big tight end premium guy?
If I'm playing in a format that's tight end premium, I'll adjust, but I don't really think it makes much of a difference for me because I just don't care about tight ends in general. So I'm fine with just Superflex best ball because I'm too lazy to check my lineups every week. So
yeah, I'm best ball. Superflex best ball. I like crazy scoring. Give me some tight end premium. Give me a point per carry. Give me points for first downs. I like that. I like to strategize. It gives you more tradable options throughout the season too when you got multiple ways to build a team and construct. Trivia question, JRich from Walt. Cooper Flagg is the first white American drafted number 1 in the NBA since 1977. Who was that player? White American drafted number 1. Bill
Walton?
Walton?
I could think of. Ooh, Walton's a good guess.
Bill Walton was my first guess.
The only player that came to mind, but I don't think he went number 1, is Larry Bird.
I think were Bird and Magic in the same class? I don't think they were in the 70s.
Little before my time.
Yeah, I don't know. What's the answer to this? Now I want to find out. Bill Walton. I'm going to look up Bill Walton real quick. Bill Walton NBA draft. When was Bill Walton
Larry
drafted?
Bird first. No, he was a 6th pick. Yeah, in 1978. So he wasn't first. I didn't think so.
Bill Walton first overall in 1974. I was close, but it's not.
Kent Benson, Ray.
Who?
1977.
Who?
Kent Benson went first overall from Indiana. I imagine he's white. Probably.
Kent Benson. He is white with a white haircut too. 2.5 points per game. And hold on. No, that wasn't his. Hey man,
9 points per game.
Yeah.
So he sucked.
Wasn't very good. He wasn't very good.
Yeah.
But shout out to Kent Benson. He is still alive and ticking, 70 years young. Kent Benson. There we go. Shout out to Kent Benson, number 1 overall. Looks like he's coaching. JRich looks like he's coaching somewhere right now. So good for good trivia question there, Walt. How the hell did you know that? Good night. Got that Clint
Walt
Eastwood
must be an
photo.
old head.
He might. Yes, he is. Walt is not a YN. I can promise you that he is not a YN. Scribble said 2.5. No, Walton came out. Yeah, Walton was a little earlier, man. Walton was a little earlier.
I thought he was like 50s, wasn't he? 60s?
Who was that?
Wasn't he like 50s, 60s, Bill Walton?
No, man, he wasn't that damn old. I think he was 71 for Walton. All right, we got a super chat. Tommy Sosa. We got a super chat from one of our viewers here. Tommy said, Superflex start 10. Would you rather Garrett Wilson and A.J. Brown, or Rome Odunze? Superflex start 10. Wilson, Brown, Odunze.
Who would I rather? Ooh.
Yeah, which one would you rather have? Garrett Wilson, A.J. Brown, or Rome Odunze? Garrett Wilson.
Start 10?
Garrett Wilson. I just want all the volume. I don't know what
take AJ Brown.
You always talk about how little they throw the ball though. You talk about how little they throw the ball. There's not a lot of passing volume. He's already pissed off.
But yeah, I get that.
I want them 200 Garrett Wilson targets, man.
But you're comparing like what could be a bottom 5 offense versus a top 5 offense.
I get it.
So it's tough. The real question we haven't answered, Ray, is why is Rome Odunze out of consideration? Because if he actually hits, he could be better than Garrett Wilson. Is he going to be better than A.J. Brown is the question. I think the problem for us is that A.J. Brown right now, for whatever reason, is a depreciating asset, but he probably shouldn't be. And it's like he depreciated kind of out of that top 5 range, and he's kind of now in that top 10. But there's really no reason why he should fall much further than that because he's not that old, and he's still a very, very good receiver. It's just because the volume isn't quite what we hoped, he's not valued as highly as the top receivers. I think the answer should be A.J. Brown. Okay. I understand the bet on Garrett Wilson, but it's a lot wider range of outcomes.
Mogg said he was going to guess that Christian Laettner, man. Hell no. Laettner wasn't in the 70s, Mogg. Golly. Laettner's a little younger than that, man. A little younger than that 1977 first overall American-born NBA number 1 overall guy. Let's see. Everybody's saying A.J. Brown. A lot of people saying A.J. Brown in the chat. I would still go with Garrett Wilson, man. I would go with Garrett Wilson. He said, thanks, guys. I got a trade request for Garrett.
I just think A.J. Brown's a lot safer. Like, just so much safer.
He might be. Good, though. I don't think I would disagree that. I think Garrett Wilson is pretty safe, too. Like, again, the other wide receivers, we're talking Alan Lazard, Malachi Corley seems to be struggling, and who's the guy from Detroit? And what's his name?
Reynolds?
Reynolds, wherever Reynolds was at. Yeah, Josh Reynolds. I think those are the projected starting wide receivers right now in New York. Like, I'm truly just betting on the fact that Garrett Wilson should be targeted early, often, and plentifully. Like, it should just be a lot of Garrett Wilson. And we did see Justin Fields find success with DJ Moore. We have seen that in the past, so I think I'm leaning on that versus...
You're betting on the only show in town.
The only show in town versus...
the best offense in the NFL,
and it's a lot of running, and we know that. Yeah. And I don't see why Philly's going to deviate from what they did last year, which made them so successful. And A.J. Brown is still a freaking beast, but I think
Saquon would do it again, Ray? Because
Dylan said, does G-Dub actually get the volume with Fields? I think we believe that, right? Like, you feel good about him. I'm not saying the quality. He's going to get the volume, correct?
Well, yeah. I mean, Garrett Wilson, whether you think it's Fields or not, 147 targets, 168 targets, 154 targets.
He's getting the volume.
So regardless of who's been the quarterback, the volume's been there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Is Mason Taylor going to get 100-plus targets? No. Rookie tight end, right? Rookie, I like him. Rookie tight end, not named Brock Bowers. Not named Brock Bowers, right? No. Mason Taylor is a good tight end, but even Trey McBride, year 1, didn't do shit. And that's why he was free going into year 2. I mean, he was a player you could draft an underdog in around 19-20. So I like Mason Taylor. I'm excited about what he can be in the future, but my expectation for a rookie tight end with an offense that we have no clue that what it's going to run like with Justin Fields, I'm not banking on Mason Taylor to go out there and save my tight end.
Let me give you a line for Mason Taylor.
Give me a line.
60 targets, 32 receptions, 386 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
I think that would be an incredible rookie season for a second-round tight end. And
that is 2017 David Njoku.
Okay. I think that would be very promising for what he could be next year. But no, I'm not banking on Mason Taylor gobbling up 100 targets, man. Who gets all the targets? Garrett Wilson,
ain't going to be that many targets.
The running backs, the other ancillary pieces at receiver that you don't like. That it's not Mason Taylor, man. It's not. I don't think it's a rookie second round tight end. I just don't.
Fields' career high in pass attempts is 370.
So if Garrett Wilson
would have been around, he only played 13 games that year, so it would have been probably around 430 or so.
Yeah, there's not. If Garrett Wilson,
he's going to run the ball like 100 times.
If Wilson's getting 150 of them. There's just not a lot to go around. The running back room will collectively get 100 targets, so that's 250 right there. You know what I mean? That's between G-Dub and the running backs, that's 250. So then you got another 200 to go around. There's just not that Mason Taylor ain't gobbling up 100 of those 200. So it's going to be a lot of Xavier Gibson, Corley, Reynolds, Lazard. Mason Taylor will be a part of that, and I think there's some other tight end there, too, that they'll just throw the ball to. So
yeah, and there's lots of guys that they could even sign, right? There's veteran receivers on the market that could be available.
Yeah, and JR Enterprise kind of said what I feel. Banking on rookie tight ends is a fool's errand, especially rookie tight ends not named Brock Bowers. And you got a mobile QB, right? So
Yeah.
What else do we have in here before we get out of here? Jets wide receiver 2 reported to be Josh.
Familiar with the system, too. He's been in Detroit for at least the last year.
Listen, we do this stuff. We say this all the time. You get to the opening day and you're looking and you're like, damn, it's Josh Reynolds out there running around. I'm not saying that these guys are great. They're these high-value dynasty assets, but the NFL is going to put the player out there that knows what the hell they're doing. And it's probably Josh Reynolds. Trust with the regime that's coming in from Aaron Glenn and company. Yeah, he's probably going to be out there.
Wilson, Reynolds, and Lazard in the slot is what the projections have right now, which makes sense.
Give me Garrett Wilson, JRich. Give me Garrett Wilson. Hit the music, man. That's the show. That's the week. I know Johnny said, hey, man, I'm just asking a question. Johnny said, I don't know. I'm here. He's pulling on me. I'm just asking the damn question, Ray and Jay, and we appreciate
He's pulling
you.
on you. Pause.
He's what?
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 Just keep moving.
All right. Appreciate y'all being in the building every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. JRich, tomorrow night, I'm going to be on DDFFB with Brandon doing the Dynasty mailbag. So Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's in the middle of my Night of Champions WWE event. I'm not very happy about that. JRich, predictions for Night of Champions. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Who gets it done? Randy Orton.
Cody Rhodes all day.
Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. You think Cody Rhodes gets it done?
Hell yeah.
Man, they had a video of Cody Rhodes shooting threes, and it was awful. But
was that him?
Did you see it?
That was at Fanatics Fest, wasn't it?
Fanatics, yeah.
Holy, yeah, that was rough.
The American Nightmare. He is not going to go number 1 overall, even though he is purebred white. He will not be the number 1 overall NBA pick with form like that. But I do think Cody Rhodes gets it done. I'm excited for Night of Champions, Saudi Arabia.
Ooh, got that PIF money. Let's go.
Got something in WWE, man. And Goldberg is back. Yes. Do you know who Bill Goldberg is, JRich?
No, but he sounds like an old head.
He is an old head. Played for the Atlanta Falcons. I think he had a WWE record of like 176-0. Never lost a match. And he's going to fight the ring general Gunther this weekend. I am very excited.
Is he going to lose?
He should lose. He was hobbled getting down the ring. He's pretty goddamn old, JRich. All right, hit the people. Get us out of here.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out Ray GQ on the DDFFB mailbag show this Saturday, and I believe I'm going to be on next Saturday. So make sure you save your good questions for next week, and I'll be there to answer all of them for you. But thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week. We're out.
We out, baby. Peace.